Welcome to the Women's Motorsports Network podcast, the show that puts the spotlight on the incredible women who fuel the world of motorsports. From drivers to crew members, engineers to fans, and everyone in between, we're here to celebrate the trailblazers, dreamers, and doers shaping the sport we love. Each episode, we share inspiring stories of females of all ages from every corner of the motorsports universe, past, present, and future. It's a journey through the seasons of life filled with heartfelt moments, laughter, and a whole lot of horsepower. So, whether you're a lifelong fan, a racer yourself, or simply curious about the extraordinary women behind the wheel, settle in, relax, and enjoy a fun and uplifting ride with us. This is the Women's Motorsports Network podcast, connecting and celebrating women in motorsports, one story at a time. Let's hit the track.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or trade the stuff that strokes your engine, anything from truck parts to classic and muscle cars, RVs to hot rods, and everything in between, then check out our official classifieds at racingjunk.com. Racingjunk.com is the world's #1 online racing and performance marketplace, the ultimate one-stop shop where you'll find what you need to rock your ride. If it belongs in your garage, it's for sale on racingjunk.com. Log on to racingjunk.com to find the gear you're looking for, sell your extra stuff, keep up on racing news and tech tips, and more. Again, that's racingjunk.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Melinda Russell with the Women's Motorsports Network podcast. And I have a very special guest. And honestly, Presley, all my guests are special. But I love talking to the younger kids who race. And so my guest today is Presley Hall. And Presley, first, I want to welcome you to the show. And then I want you to share a little bit about yourself, your family, your pets, whatever you want to share about.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um, I'm 9 years old.
Okay.
I live in Deloge, Missouri.
Okay.
I have 4 dogs.
Okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have a sister and a brother.
Okay. And are you the oldest, the middle, or the youngest?
The youngest.
Oh, that's the best. I'm the youngest, and I had 2 older sisters. I think being the youngest is the best for sure. Especially, Presley, when you get older, you can always say, oh, my sisters are older than me. I'm the youngest. So when you get older, that'll be an even better deal. Do you go to school or are you homeschooled?
I go to school.
You go to school. And do you have any other sports that you're involved in or just racing?
Just racing.
Okay, that's enough, isn't it? It takes a lot of time and energy for sure. And what's your favorite subject in school?
Reading.
Oh, me too. I love to read. You're right up there with me. Something you can do the rest of your life. So that's a good thing. Reading and math were my 2 favorites when I was in school. So, Presley, you're 9 years old. How many years have you been racing?
2 years.
2 years. So you started when you were 7. How did you get interested in motorsports?
So my dad started racing, and then I asked if I could start racing, and then we both started racing, but then he sold his race car so I could race.
Well, that's a pretty good dad, isn't it? If he sold his stuff so he could help you. That's what dads do, though, I think, a lot. That's what they do. Now, are your brother and sister interested in racing or just you?
My older sister, but she doesn't race.
Okay. All right. And your brother could care less about racing?
He likes football and some other sports.
Oh, yeah. That's what brothers like, is some of those other sports. So that's good. Well-rounded. So you kids keep your mom and dad hopping, don't you, between everything that you do, for sure.
Yes.
So Presley, what is the first memory you have of like going to a racetrack, or how did you know that you liked motorsports?
Probably Kyle Larson.
Oh, yeah. He's a good driver, isn't he? Did you watch him on TV?
Yes.
So, Presley, how did you know that you liked motorsports? What got you interested?
Um, watching Kyle Larson and going to Pevely.
Okay, and Pevely is a racetrack close to you?
Um, sort of.
Okay, all right. And so, did you do a try and ride, or what did you do so that you knew that you wanted to drive and not just watch?
I just um I just started watching and then I just liked it and thought it was cool.
Yeah. So, what do you drive? What kind of a car or kart? What is it that you race?
I race a driven.
Okay,
A
you'll have to
junior
tell me
sprint.
tell me what that is.
A junior sprint and a kart.
Okay, a junior sprint and a kart. And is driven a series that you race in, or it's the kind of car that you drive? Because that's new to me.
The kind of car.
Okay. Okay. So I haven't heard it called that before. That is that a Missouri thing? Or is that
Mm,
I don't know. Maybe.
No, I don't
No,
think
not
so.
really. Okay.
Mm,
All right.
no.
Well, I'm going to learn something new today.
Mhm.
So, tell me about your cart or whatever what you drive. What color is it? What number is it? Tell me about it.
My junior sprint is red, black, and white, and the number's 25P.
Okay. And then what about your cart?
My cart is purple, white, and black, and my number's 25P.
Oh, that's good. You kept the same number for both. Now,
Mhm.
is 25 just your favorite number? Was that your dad's number, or how did you choose that?
It was my dad's number.
I figured as much. And P for Presley,
Hmm.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, where do you go to race? Do you go to different tracks, or do you always go to pretty much the same track?
Uh, Mostly we go to different tracks, but we're mostly at Coles County.
Okay. All right. That I've heard of, Coles County.
Mhm.
Yeah. And how often do you race? Do you race every weekend?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what's your favorite thing about racing? You know, there's a lot of little girls that might be playing softball or doing other things, but you go to the racetrack. So, what is it about going to the races that makes you want to do that instead?
Just hanging out with my friends.
Yeah. So, are they friends that you already knew before you raced, or these are new friends that you made through racing?
Both.
Both. Okay. So there were kids that you already knew that raced at Coles County. That probably helped to get you interested, would you say?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And are there very many girls that race where you race?
Um, no, not really.
No. It's still mostly boys, huh?
Hmm.
Okay. And when you said you wanted to race, I imagine your dad was excited, but what did your mom say? Was she like, "Oh no, not my little girl," or was she like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yes.
Yes, she said, "Yeah, let's do it." So she
Hmm.
must love racing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Well, what are your friends that don't race? What do they think about you going to the racetrack? Do they think that's kind of fun, or they don't understand it, or what?
Some don't really understand it.
Mhm. Yeah. That's pretty normal, Presley, because I hear that a lot, even from teenagers. You know, they say their friends don't really understand what the big draw is to go to the racetrack on the weekends, but maybe they should come and visit. They would see how exciting and fun that it is for sure. Yeah. So, what's your favorite thing other than, I get about being with your friends, but what else do you love about racing? Why do you want to drive a race car?
I'm going fast.
You like going fast? Yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't do it out on the road, but when you can do it
Mhm.
around a track, it's pretty fun. Now, do you race dirt or asphalt?
Dirt.
Dirt. Okay. Do you like that? Have you ever
Yeah.
raced on asphalt?
No, but my mom did.
Oh, your mom raced. Well, you didn't tell me that. So what did she race?
Drag race.
Oh, she drag raced. So that's a whole different kind of racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And does she still drag race or she quit because you're
She
racing?
she quit a long time ago.
Okay. So she raced when she was younger, like you probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And did you ever have any interest in drag racing or you always wanted to do karts and
I
sprints?
always wanted to race on dirt. I didn't really like drag racing.
Okay. All right. If I had to choose one kind of racing, I'm kind of an asphalt lover just because where I grew up, that's what we had. We didn't have a dirt track. But after you go to a dirt race or a couple of dirt races, I can see that I would really, really love going to the dirt track. And where I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where I live, we really only have one dirt track that's even within an hour of me. The rest are all asphalt. And so I've kind of stuck with that just because of where I live. But I love going to see the sprint cars. Like I've been to Kokomo, Indiana, and some sprint week races, and then I watch them on Flow Racing. So
Yeah,
I
we
get,
did too.
yeah, that's a lot of fun. So I can see why Kyle Larson is probably your favorite driver. Yeah. Have you ever met him?
Yes.
You have. And where did you meet him at?
Tulsa.
Oh, the Tulsa shootout. Yeah. So you raced at the Tulsa shootout or did you
Yes.
go to watch? Yeah, you raced.
Right.
And how did you do there?
Uh, my car broke down, but I did
Oh,
good on some of the other races.
oh, that's good. That's one of the places I would really like to go. I want to go to the Tulsa shootout and what's the other big race that's at Chili
The
Bowl?
Chili Bowl.
I want to do both of those. They're on my bucket list. So maybe I'll see you there. That would be fun. Are you
Mhm.
going to go back and race there again?
Yes.
Yeah, this year you're going to? All right. Maybe maybe I'll see you there because I do have that on my list of places I want to go for sure. Yeah. So there were a lot of girls, I think, at the Tulsa shootout, weren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I interviewed some other girls that were there. I love seeing that there's a lot more girls getting involved. Do you think motorsports is a good sport for girls to be involved in?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you first started racing, did the boys treat you okay or the parents? Or did you
Yeah.
feel like maybe you didn't belong there? It,
They treated everyone the same.
that's good. That's good. And a few years ago, it wasn't like that. The girls didn't always get treated very well. But I think girls have kind of showed the boys and the men and the parents that they can be just as good on the track as anybody else, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So when you go to the races, do you have any like superstitions or anything that you always do? Like, do you always wear the same socks or the same, I always braid my hair or anything like that? Or do you, or not?
I don't wear green on race day because it means bad luck.
But you got green on today.
No,
That,
I don't
let's
eat.
see, you don't eat peanuts?
I don't eat chicken.
Okay. And why is that? What's about the chicken?
I don't eat chicken on race day because my dad said,
Your dad said it's not lucky.
yeah.
And you don't wear green. And somebody told me, which I didn't know this, but I've heard it more than once, that something about peanuts. You don't eat peanuts at the racetrack if you're racing. Have you ever heard that?
No.
I haven't either. I'm going to have to look that up and see what that whole thing's about because, yeah, I had never heard that before, but somebody told me that. But I have heard about the green for sure. And you don't ever want to have green on a race car. Although if you look at NASCAR, a lot of times they have green because of their sponsors. So I don't know about that. Yeah, for sure.
So does Jason Fager and Turbo.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So I don't know. We'll see about the green deal. So do you work on the car with your dad? I'm sure your dad's the one that works on it, maybe. Do you
Yeah.
help him? Yeah. So
Yeah.
what are some of the things that you've learned how to do?
Um, I do tires
Mhm.
sometimes, and I put bullets in sometimes
Okay. So that's a
instead of.
start. Yeah, that's good because you have to start somewhere, and the more you learn about your car, the better race car driver that you're going to be for sure. Yeah. So is racing something you think you're going to want to do for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would be like the best thing that could happen as far as like racing? Do you want to race in the World of Outlaws or high limit, or do you want to be a cup NASCAR driver? What's kind of your dream about racing?
World of Outlaws midget.
Okay, a World of Outlaws midget. That sounds like so much fun. You know, I went to Eldora probably maybe about 4 years ago now. And I was thinking, "Oh, I'm going to meet all kinds of women and interested." And when I walked through the pits, the only women that were there were a few wives or girlfriends. Nobody working on the cars, nobody driving the cars. And I was really disappointed because I think we need some women in that series. So you need to work hard and get up there so that you can race in that series. Have you ever been to Knoxville to see the races there? Knoxville, Iowa?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's a great little vacation spot. And if you're in Missouri, you wouldn't be too awfully far to go to Knoxville, and that's a lot of fun. I highly recommend that you talk your parents into going there. That would be
Mhm.
pretty fun for sure.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my mom's favorite.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I love that track and all the things and the food and the vendors and just everything about it. It's kind of like a big carnival or a big fair. It's just so fun to go there. So, Presley, everybody has a bad night at the racetrack. I'm sure you've had a bad night at the racetrack. Nothing goes perfect. When you do have a bad night, how do you handle that? Do you cry? Do you throw your helmet? Do you just what do you do? What do you say?
I usually just take a break in my trailer.
Okay. Because we know that in racing we're going to lose more than we win. That's just how it is. And so going into the sport knowing that makes it kind of hard, and yet that makes winning all the better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you know that it's just so hard to do, but yet so rewarding and fun to do. So what's been your best finish as far as racing? Do you know?
Second,
Second. Wow. And was that in your kart or your sprint, junior sprint?
my cart.
Okay. All right. So your goal is to get in the winner's circle, right? That's
Yes.
everybody's goal. What is it going to take for you to do that? What are some things that are hard for you or that maybe have kept you out of there and that you're working on so that you can get in the winner's circle?
Um, Consistency.
Oh, yeah. That's so hard. One day we're great and the next day we're at the back, right? And that's just how it goes. So yeah, trying to do the same things on the track, run the same line, all those things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or some girls say, "Oh, passing was really hard for me to learn," or this or that. Everybody has something that they have to work at to learn to be better. So consistency is something that I know you're going to get better at for sure. The more you race, the better you're going to get at it. So on the weekend, on race day, you said you don't eat chicken. Do you have
Hmm.
something that you always eat? Like I always go. I had one girl say we always go to McDonald's drive-through, and I get a sausage biscuit meal. And so, do you always like have the same thing that you eat on race day, or do you like track food? What do you do on
I
race
usually get a walking taco from the track.
day? Okay, those are
The
pretty good.
picture.
And do you eat before you race or not till you're all done?
Um, Both.
Both.
sometimes.
Okay. So it doesn't bother you to eat before you race. Some girls can't eat till after they race because it makes them too nervous for sure. So, when you first started racing, and some of the kids you knew, some you didn't, but now you've made friends with probably the girls and the boys.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and I know you're only 9, so it's hard sometimes when you're 9 to figure some of these things out. But what do you think that being involved in racing, how has it changed you? Or maybe it hasn't. Has it helped you learn things that maybe you wouldn't have learned if you hadn't been in racing? Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some
Patience.
Oh, patience. Well, sometimes I have to struggle with patience. Yeah. Anything else that you think you've learned from being in motorsports?
Forgiveness.
Oh, I love that. Presley, that's a great answer. Forgiveness, because people, some people might mean to wreck you, but some people don't. And, things happen on the track, right? And so we have to be willing to give people some grace and say, I know, and we're going to race better the next time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So if somebody came up to you and your mom and dad, you were at the track, and they said, a mom might say to you, Presley, my little girl or my little boy wants to race. They want to be just like you. What advice would you give them about getting involved in motorsports?
Um,
Would you
it
say, oh,
takes
yeah, you should do it? What would you say?
it takes time, and you should do it. I think.
Yeah. It takes learning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We call that seat time. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Takes seat time. Somebody told me one time it takes 10,000 hours or 10,000 laps maybe in racing to really get your seat time. And so that's pretty interesting, that we think of it that way. So do you have a favorite memory from all of your racing? Could be good or bad.
Mm, getting back in my car whenever I flipped.
Oh my gosh, you flipped? Tell me about that.
Um, so me and my friend were right next to each other. We were going down the straightaway, and then it was green, and then my friend, he came right down on me, and then I flipped
Oh, how
five
many times?
times.
5 times? And were you hurt at all?
No, my knee kind of hurt though.
Yeah, but you didn't break an arm or really get hurt at all.
No,
Isn't that something that you could flip 5 times and not get hurt? What does that say about your safety equipment?
a lot.
It worked pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. 5 times.
And
That's amazing to me. What
it
did
was on Dirt Vision.
It was on Dirt Vision? Oh
Mhm.
gosh. So all kinds of people saw it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long did it take for you to say, "Okay, I'm ready to get back in the car"?
The next week that we
Next week.
raced.
See, so you're pretty brave. So when I say you have a bad night, you kind of overcome those obstacles pretty quickly, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, do you think that race car driving is entertaining? I mean, I know it's entertaining for us because we love racing, but do you think it's something that you could invite some people who've never been to a race and they would think that it's entertaining?
Probably.
Yeah. We always say that if you can get somebody to the track once, they'll come back. And especially when like a younger person like you invites somebody to the track, a sponsor or your teachers or whatever. Once they come and see what you're doing, then they're more likely to come back. And that's how we grow the sport too, is
Hmm.
inviting people who aren't already fans for sure. So, Do you use social media, or does your mom use social media to help promote you and your racing?
Yeah.
And what does she use? Or does your mom do it?
Yeah.
Okay. And are where what social media are you on? Do you know?
Facebook and TikTok.
Okay. And is it under your name, or how would we find it?
Presley Hall Motorsports.
Okay. So if we look that up on Facebook or TikTok, we'll be able to find where you're racing, how your racing ended up, all those things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the background. Do you always have it set up like that, or is that special for the podcast?
It's special for the podcast.
Well, I appreciate that because that is just so cool. It looks like there's a trophy, a helmet, your race suit's hanging there. You did a really, really good job of putting everything back there. That's super cool. Is there anything special you want to tell me about?
This is my wing whenever I flipped.
Okay. That's your wing from when you flip. Looks like you got a t-shirt. Very, very cool. So you saved that to remind you that you walked away from it. Everything was good, and you're going to be back racing, and you're going to go to the top. I know you're going to get that first place finish really, really soon. I just know you are for sure. So, um, who would you say are your biggest fans? Do you have anybody that always comes? Now I know mom and dad, so we can't count them. Do you have any other really big fans that you want to say hello to or thank you to?
I want to say thank you to my Aunt Shannon and my Uncle Wimp. And I also want to say thank you to my friends Lincoln and Hattie. They drove 3 hours to watch me race.
Wow. Now that's some good friends that did that for sure. Yeah. And do you have sponsors that are, that you have on your car, or not so much?
Um, a big list.
Okay. Do you want to mention a couple, or afraid you'll leave somebody out?
I want to mention all of them.
Okay, you go for it. I want to hear them.
RS12 Motorsports, Coles County Speedway, Spartan Transportation, Driven Midwest, High Caliber Graphics, Plus Power, WFO TV, Dirty Right Rear Podcast, Chemstream, 37 World of Dirt, 357 World of Dirt, Excello, Addicted to Dirt, Resin Work, Demon Racing Chassis, Kirby Lost Photos, Extreme Fabrication.
Wow, you do have a long list. That's awesome. You mentioned, yeah, that's awesome. And so, Presley, how did you get those sponsors? Did you go visit them? Are they friends and family? Did they see you race and reach out and say, I want to sponsor that little girl? How did you get so many sponsors?
All the above.
All of that. Yeah. Takes all
But
of
I
it.
raced for a team,
Oh, you race for a team. So what's the name of your team?
RS12 Motorsports.
RS12 Motorsports.
Yeah.
Okay. And so who else is on your team?
Xander LaRose. And the person that wraps my cars is High Caliber Graphics.
Okay. So is it just you and Xander on the team together?
And Harrison Robards. And
Okay.
Cruz Parson.
Okay. So there's four of you,
Yes.
and you're the only girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Xander is an unusual name, but my grandson's name is Xander. So that's interesting that Xander is a race car driver as well. So Presley, what have I not asked you about that you want to share about your racing or anything at all? Is there anything that we haven't talked about that we should have?
Who's my favorite race car driver?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, tell me.
Ricky Thornton Jr.,
Oh, yeah.
Jade Avedition, uh,
Have a different one. Yeah.
Zach Zach Whaley, my dad, Rob Neubauer, Turbo, and Jason Fager.
Okay. Yeah. So on Flow, I can watch Ricky Thornton Jr. He's on a lot, and some of those others I maybe haven't heard of, but maybe it's because I wasn't paying attention. I'll have to look those names up and see if I can follow some of those for sure. One of these days, somebody's going to ask Ricky Thornton Jr. who his favorite driver is, and he's going to say Presley Hall. At least I think he will. Have you met him before?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay.
We've raced
Multiple
at the same
times. So
track.
that's another reason. Okay. All right. So that's a good reason to be, to be a fan of his when you race at the same track for sure. So Presley, anything else that you want to share?
I want to get more girls into racing.
Oh, that's a good idea. How are we going to do that? What should we do to get more girls into racing?
My mom said put girls up front.
I lost you. Say that again.
Get the girls to the front.
Get the girls to the front.
Yeah, that's right. It gets more exposure. And when you race, do the announcers give you any special attention or just the same as everybody?
Emma, they do.
At Emma, they do.
Because, you're the minority. There's not as many of you girls. And so a lot of times the girls get more attention just because of that. And that also then will get more girls interested to do that for sure. And, sometimes there's other things you can do, like take your car to your school on, have permission on whatever day and take your car and let kids sit in it and talk to them about racing. There's a lot of things that we can do to encourage girls and boys, really, but we're all about the girls, aren't we? Get the girls involved in racing.
This podcast is great for
So
that.
Presley, I don't have any other questions unless you want to share anything else.
I don't have anything.
Okay. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want
so
to thank you for being on the show, and you're welcome. And if you just hang on until the recording's over, I have a couple questions for you at the end. Okay. That's it for this episode of the Women's Motorsports Network podcast. We hope you've been inspired by the stories I shared today and feel more connected to the amazing community of women in motorsports. Remember, whether you're behind the wheel, in the pits, or cheering from the stands, your story matters. And together, we're driving change and celebrating every milestone. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with someone who loves motorsports as much as you do. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and more incredible stories. So until next time, stay inspired, stay connected, and keep racing through life. This is the Women's Motorsports Network podcast, where every woman's story is worth celebrating.